Hey guys, it's Naruto 587 review, so let's get started. Kabuto is stuck in the loop, which is Izanami that Itachi activated, and Itachi lost his eyesight along with it. He starts to explain how it happened and when it happened. First of all, it happened by this first time that Kabuto stabbed Itachi with Sasuke's blade after he threw it at him, or at the snake. He firstly activated it, and then he starts explaining. The first time the jutsu is activated, the jutsu actually works out by, it will memorize, since it can't work against Kabuto by visual eye, since he blinded himself and somehow can see, whatever, it uses the senses, and then the senses reacts to the jutsu. What I'm saying is that the jutsu is divided in two parts, more or less. A, which is the senses that react, like when you decide to act, and your body takes a photograph instead of using your eyes. Your eyes take that photograph and you already have it, and then let's call that A, and then you replicate the same instant. So when he first stabbed him, you saw the crows. That was the first photograph. Then you use the other eye to replicate the same thing, and then he explains that it doesn't space out time, that everything happened between doesn't matter. Only the parts when the crows will come out matter. As I'm saying that it doesn't overlap. Like first they connect, A and A, it's all mixed up. I'm gonna call it AB. A and B connect each other, they don't overlap. Then since they connect to each other, everything happening between those parts do not exist during Izanami. During the loop, only things that have to involve with A and B and C and all those other letters is inside Izanami. So to round it all up, he takes photographs through the senses, and then he takes them with his eyes, and then he uses that in the loop. So everything we've seen in the loop is not the illusion, it's just stuff that happened from before. So he's like more or less flashbacking what has happened, and he stays stuck in there until he realizes that what he's doing is wrong. And then Itachi's telling him that, oh, if things like this, you lose your eyesight against one eye, just like Izanami. So and then he says, oh, you tried the infinite loop. No, what you just explained, you have to have, once he accepts his fate. The whole point of that technique was to prove that if you were wrong, or like, he explains that other ninja from Uchiha clan, they're overusing Izanagi, which is a jutsu that is to take another destiny, so you don't have to accept that what's gonna happen. A lot of people are using that, and it was over advanced, like it was used too much, that they created Izanami for them to show the wrongs, and then for them to accept their fate. And they noticed that Izanagi was extremely helpful for battles and stuff for the Uchiha, which is one of the best Uchiha visual genjutsus and techniques and whatever. So when they noticed that more people were overusing that technique, they created Izanami to counteract it. So if you were going to use Izanagi, another Uchiha would have used Izanami to show you what you did was wrong, until you actually accept it. You cannot escape the loop, so it's kind of infinite, but you have to accept your fate to leave out of it. So let's say if he doesn't accept his fate, he's gonna be in that forever and ever and ever and ever and ever until he accepts it, and I don't think he's ever going to. So while he's in there, before that, let me explain Izanagi and Izanami. Okay, if you try to erase the results with Izanagi to change them the way that it is useful to you, two ways to choose: wherever you're going or where you want to evade. Like if you're losing now, the second road is to evade it. Erase X and choose O as another possibility, which is saying that I can go this way and lose, or I can change it and probably win. Izanami shows you that you continue the loop until you actually lose or accept the fate that's going to happen to you. That's what it is. And then Izanami was created to stop Izanagi, which I just explained. to escape the path. And he's talking about that. And then we see Kabuto, and he's remembering all of his past, and he's like, "You're telling me that I'm wrong and everything," and then he can't accept that. He's like, "I'm not wrong. What I'm doing is right." And then Itachi compares himself to him, that he was like him, but what he's doing is wrong because Itachi didn't accept people straight. He did everything on his own. Kabuto, what he did was that he took other people's strength and claimed it as his own. He didn't use his own strength, so they're both wrong. But Itachi's trying to stop what he did and make up for it now, since he got a second chance of life. While he's Kabuto is not doing the same thing. You know? Hope you guys understood that. And he wants him to realize that before he dies. That's why he put him in the loop. And then Sasuke gets mad. Why are you doing all this for someone like him? You're not like him. You are perfect. He's like, don't say that. I'm not perfect. I never was. Blah, blah, blah. He went as far as to use an eye technique called cultivating Maskyuku on to control you, which is Edo Tensei. And it's like, why are you trying to help me? He did all these things to you. And then he tells him, I treated you like a child more than anyone else. I only saw you as someone to protect, and I didn't trust your strength. And he didn't trust it. That's what I'm saying. He didn't trust anybody's strength. And then he's saying that someone that's perfect doesn't... I don't think anyone is perfect in this world, and blah, blah, blah. And he's saying that... And then he's comparing both of them, which is funny. He's comparing both of them to Izanami. So, take both of them. Let's say... I'll say that Itachi is Izanami because he's trying to change what he did in the past, while Sasuke is Izanagi, which is he has two roads. He's taking the wrong one, so Itachi uses Izanami for him to choose the right one. And this could be a prediction because later he can just use Izanami on Sasuke to make sure he changes his ways. Who knows? Alright guys, this is Mr. Flashy.